Guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in case you're wondering where you saw this face and this t-shirt and this makeup and all of that, well, it's because I just filmed my skincare favorites slash holy grails of 2021, and now I'm gonna do the makeup version of the same video. I also realized that I haven't done a video like this that is makeup focused in a few years now, which is, I don't know why I did not do that, but then I also know why I did that. I feel like I have my selected bunch of makeup that I've been using for years and years and years, and a few things have changed. I wouldn't say that these were my favorites and holy grails a couple of years ago. Some of these products are new, but then there are like some things that have been in this list I want to call for a couple of years, so I'm not totally surprised either. You know what I mean? So yeah, today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite makeup products that are literally my tried and true holy grails, favorites. I always reach for these products, I always use them, and I'm going to tell you what they are as well. By the way, in case you're wondering, I am pulling up the list on my phone just to make sure that in case I don't have any of the products, but I know I have all, right? Yeah, all the products in the list I do have to physically show you as well. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly dive right into it and share with you some of my favorite makeup products. So in case you're interested, please keep on watching. Starting first, I have my powder category. That's what I want to start with. So basically, the order that I'll mention them in is base, eyes, face, and then lips. I think that's a good idea, and that order is also pretty good because that's also the order in which I typically do my makeup, so that way we won't miss anything. So starting with first the base, I have two pressed powders and I have one loose powder. Both the pressed powders are very similar to each other, so you might be like, you could have mentioned one or the other, you don't really have to mention both. I just wanted to mention both because I wanted to give you the option, and if I'm being completely honest with myself, I can't really pick one over the other, I feel like. So my two favorite pressed powders are basically the same thing but from two different brands. So this one, like you can see, I've hit major pan on, and this is the PAC, what's the full name of this? PAC Studio HD powder. It's the translucent one. They have a banana shade and then they have a darker shade as well, which is like brown of sorts, brown or like at least beige, I want to say, but the translucent one works perfect for me, so that's the one that I got. I might want to try out the banana version as well to see how different it is from this one, but this one is my favorite, my holy grail, and you can see how much I love this clearly, and I can definitely tell you that this is one I'm going to repurchase. I don't feel the need to repurchase it immediately because I do have the Faces one as well. This is the Faces All Time Pro HD Finishing Touch Setting Powder. I've used up one of this already. I bought a new one as well, and then I also recently bought another backup. So I have two fresh ones that are waiting to be used, and one that is going to get over very soon. So these are my favorite I want to say base products for like an everyday basis. If I just want to mattify my face slightly, I want to have an even canvas and even base. I don't want to look shiny. I want to say I don't get oily as much as I used to earlier, but I do get shiny, I feel like, at the end of the day. But when I have this as my base, I don't get shiny at all, and even if I do get a little shiny, that is kind of like your natural glow that comes to the skin, but I don't look oily or like too shiny. So that's what I love about these, and they really smoothen out your skin, make your skin look perfect, make you look natural, like you're not wearing any makeup at all, even though you just have a touch going on. This works perfectly for like when I'm doing a full face of makeup, but then also works perfectly for like everyday makeup days, even no makeup days for that matter. It doesn't look like you have anything going on. So if you're going for a more no makeup look, I feel like these are still great powders to be using, and these are my favorite pressed powders. But I do go through these rather quickly because pressed powders don't really come with a lot of product, whereas with loose powders I feel like they last longer. So that's why I do tend to prefer loose powder sometimes, and my favorite loose powder has to be this one right here from K Beauty. This is the HD setting loose powder in the shade Banana. Now this particular one I have used up already, and I am looking at buying a new one, but I'm just enjoying my pressed powders so much right now that I don't feel the need to buy it immediately. I also have some other loose powders in my collection right now that I'm kind of going through. I don't love them as much as I love this one, but I love the finish of this. I got the shade Banana because I felt like the translucent might leave a white cast on me and make me look super duper white and like washed out. I didn't want it to be too light, so that's why I got the banana one, which works perfectly, blends into my skin really well. I do have a slight yellow undertone, I feel like, so that's why this doesn't look like super yellow or anything like that on me. And it does a great job. I wouldn't use it on the like most hot summer days because I don't feel like this is going to really control the oils a lot, but I still really like it otherwise. And nowadays my routine is kind of like I'm not always in sun all the time. Like a few years back when I used to go to college all the time, I was out in the sun, I was traveling in local trains, I was more exposed to the sun. Now that I work in a corporate office, I'm generally indoors all the time, and I mean it's an AC wala environment, you know, so I don't feel like I get as oily either as I used to. So this one again will work perfectly, and eventually once I use up all the loose powders that I have in my collection, I do see myself repurchasing this one. So yeah, that's why I just had to mention it in my holy grail list. Moving on next, these are the only base products because I don't really have a foundation or concealer favorite. If you guys don't know, I'm not a foundation concealer person. These are the only products I use for my base, to be completely honest. I know a lot of you probably know that. In case you don't, in case you're newer, hi, I don't wear foundation, I don't wear concealer, and I'm a beauty YouTuber. So yeah, moving on next to the eye category, I don't use mascaras anymore. I have mentioned mascaras in my previous favorites, but I just realized that when I do a good eyeliner, especially liquid eyeliner, my lashes are hardly visible. And I don't want to boast that I have really good lashes, but I do feel like I'm happy with the way my lashes are. I don't really need mascara to make them look even better. Sometimes I feel like mascaras don't do much for me, and with a liquid eyeliner, you know, I literally cannot even see my mascara or my eyelashes that much, so I feel like it's pointless and I'm kind of wasting money if I'm buying mascara. So yeah, I've stopped buying mascara, but I do like a good liquid eyeliner, and my favorite holy grail liquid liner has to be the Colourbar all matte eyeliner. Now Colourbar has a few eyeliners that come in a similar packaging. The one that I have here to show you is not actually my favorite or my holy grail. It's a new one that I got. It's the Infinite 24 hours eyeliner. They also have a waterproof eyeliner that comes in similar packaging, but like the bottom of it is like a regular plastic finish, and then the cap is rose gold. This one has a more glossy black kind of a packaging, and the all matte eyeliner has a complete matte packaging. So that's how you'll be able to distinguish which one I'm talking about. So the one that is my favorite and my holy grail is the matte black packaging, and it's called the all matte eyeliner by Colourbar. So that basically has the best applicator. This one also has a very similar applicator, so I feel like I can show it to you. It's not super stiff, but then it's not super flimsy either, so I feel like it's very beginner friendly because it's thin. It applies the product perfectly. It is not like, the applicator is not super thin, not super thick, so the width of the line that you get is again perfect, not super thin, not super thick, and it sets into a pretty, you know, pretty good finish. It's not super duper matte, but then it's not glossy either. I don't like my eyeliner to be very glossy because I do have oily eyelids, but I don't want something to be super matte either, because if it's matte like throughout the day and my face is shiny, I feel like that looks weird as a combination together. So I prefer something that just settles into a nice finish, you know, not super matte, not super glossy, and that's perfect. The only problem that I have with it is that it is not waterproof, so if you get wet in the rain, it's going to start running off, it's going to smudge. So only in the monsoon season I have to be a little bit careful about that, but apart from that, I love it, and I haven't found any other eyeliner that I love as much as that. So that's why it's going to be my top favorite. It's going to be in my holy grail list. So that was eyeliner. Moving on next, I don't again also have an eyeshadow to talk about, because some of the other products that I'm going to mention in the next few categories do work well for me as an eyeshadow as well, and I'm pretty sure you've guessed it, so I should not create any suspense, and I should move on to my favorite contour, bronzer, highlighter, blush, basically the face category. So for my favorite contour and my favorite highlight, both the products are in one palette, so I'm going to show you what that is. This is the Sugar Contour de Force Face Palette. This has been a favorite, and if you remember me, like back in 2016, 2017, I had the same palette. In fact, it was this exact same one, so you can tell how old this is. and it doesn't look like it's been used much because it truly hasn't even been used that much. But it comes with 3 products. It has a blush, a highlight, and a contour. The contour and the highlighter from this are my absolute favorite in their respective categories. The blush I also do love, but I don't love it as much as I love these two, and I have another blush that I love way more, so I'm going to talk about that later. And I'm really trying to cover the mirror so that it doesn't blind you. So the contour is basically the perfect cool tone shade, and if I want like a sharp contour, by the way, I'm wearing nothing on like my actual face right now, but if I want a sharp contour, this is basically the perfect shade to use for that. It is not like super cool toned or like gray. It's got the perfect undertone to it, and the highlighter is also the perfect shade when it comes to highlighter for me. It's like a champagne kind of a shade, and also the overall finish that it gives, it's not super like blinding or like super wet looking on the skin, but it does give you a glow. It looks very good on camera, it looks very good in person. It's not glittery, and it's just perfect. You can build it up if you want to, if you're going for a super blinding effect, but you can also wear it a little bit more subtle if you want to on an everyday basis. So the contour and the highlight formula from this are my absolute favorites, and they're ones that I'm going to continue to love like till the end of time, or till like Sugar continues making these, and I don't know what I will do after that once these are discontinued. I don't have a favorite bronzer, like a holy grail bronzer. I would mention the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer if I could, but I don't really know if it's still like available or not. I do have one in my collection already, which is in the shade Tantastic, and that will probably be like my favorite bronzer ever if I had to just pick one. But again, since I mentioned it's probably discontinued, I don't know what's going on with Marc Jacobs Beauty and Marc Jacobs fragrances either. Is it being discontinued? Is it still in business? I'm not really sure, so that's why I didn't want to mention Holy Grail bronzer, because honestly I don't have one at the moment apart from that I could like mention. So yeah, this was my favorite contour and highlighter. And then when it comes to my favorite blush, I think this is not going to come as a surprise to a lot of you, because I've spoken about how much I love this, and it's probably my absolute favorite blush that I have in my whole collection. And this is the Color Bar Matte Illusion blush in the shade Veiled Merlot. This is 002, and this is a beautiful everyday nude pink shade. It's not like your bronzy blush. I feel like I would want to have a blush like that also in my collection, and that will also probably, like, if I really like the formulation, that would easily make it to my favorite Holy Grail list. But this is my favorite like pink blush. It's nude and it's like subtle, works for every single makeup look, but then it's also like, if I really want to build this up, it'll become more pink. But if I apply like a light layer, then I think it's going to go with every single makeup look that I would ever do. So that's why this is my favorite. It's also matte, and I feel like finding a good matte blush that doesn't have a lot of sheen to it, it's hard to find. I know a lot of people really like blushes that have sheen or shimmer in them, or that are slightly glowy. I would prefer to get my glow from my highlighter, and if I wanted like a sheen in like the lower portion, then I could just like apply a little highlighter even like on the blush region as well if I really wanted that. But I don't like sheen like right here. Like you can see, I have breakouts and I'm always constantly breaking out on my cheeks. So I feel like a blush that has shimmer or sheen to it does emphasize that, whereas a matte blush, I feel like gives the flush of color that I want, but it doesn't emphasize my breakouts as much as like a blush with sheen or shimmer would. So yeah, that's why the Color Bar blush is like my favorite, my holy grail. And those are the only face products that I had to talk about. I do just have one from every category, but my next category, which is the last one for this video, which is obviously lips, like you can tell, I have 5 favorites to share with you. I have 4 liquid lipsticks and I have only 1 bullet lipstick to share with you. I do love my liquid lipsticks more than I love my regular bullet lipsticks. My favorite bullet lipstick has to be the Nykaa So Matte lipsticks. Now I do like the formulation of these, but I also love the color of this one specifically, and the reason why I'm putting this in my holy grail list is not because of the formulation, it's more so for the color. And the color is in the shade Praline Cookie. This is 24M, and this is what it looks like. It is a beautiful everyday nude. I know it looks a little bit more brown when I show you the bullet, but when you see this on my lips, it's basically the perfect neutral, slightly warm nude. Will go with every single makeup look. It's not super pink or super brown or super dark or super light. It's the perfect shade. The shade Praline Cookie or Praline Cookie, however you say that, is the perfect nude if I'm looking for a regular bullet lipstick. I also want to just quickly mention that I also love the Faces lip crayon sticks, but in that I don't really have shades. I mean, the shades that I have I absolutely freaking love, but those are not shades that I gravitate for a lot. So even though I love the formulation of those lipsticks, and if they ever expand and they come out with shades that are a little bit more everyday appropriate, not that the shades I have are not everyday appropriate, it's just that I don't reach for those colors literally on an every single day basis, whereas some of these other lipsticks you will see are more versatile and can literally be paired with every outfit, every makeup look. It's more like easier to pair them, and I love the colors way more. But I do love the formulation of the Faces what are they called, Ultra Pro HD matte lip crayon sticks. It's the retractable packaging. They are a little bit more expensive, but I love how plush the formulation is on the lips. So I didn't want to give that an honorable mention because it kind of falls into the regular lipstick category. And then we'll talk about the liquid lipsticks. So my favorite liquid lipstick of literally all time, if you are like an OG follower, you would already know, are the PAC Retro Matte Glosses, and specifically in the shade Teddy Bear. This is literally my absolute favorite go-to ride or die lipstick of all time. If I just had to use one lipstick for the rest of my life, it would be this. And the formulation is a little bit more different as compared to what it was earlier, but I still love it. I still love the shade. I like the formulation as well, and it's going to continue to stay in my holy grail list, at least for this year. Next year I cannot guarantee, but at least for this year it's going to stay in my holy grail list. Love the formulation, perfect shade, goes with literally every single outfit. Like, if I'm saying that a lipstick is literally like my ride or die and I could wear this like for the rest of my life, I'm saying that because the shade basically goes with every single outfit, every single makeup. Like, literally it's the perfect mixture of like pink, nude, cool toned, warm toned, everything all in one. It's the perfect shade. So that's why this is my holy grail. And I love the formulation because it's matte, long lasting, lasts all day, but it's not drying on the lips at all. And it also comes off pretty easily at the end of the day. Like, when you want to remove your makeup, I don't feel like this is super hard to remove either. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next, another formulation that I absolutely love, and I want to get more shades in this formula, but for now I just have one shade, and that is the Nykaa Matte Last liquid lipsticks. The shade I have is in the shade Bombay. I mean, it's the perfect shade that I would get from the whole range because it's like the color that I love the most, but also like I'm from Mumbai, so like Bombay, obviously I had to get Bombay. And this is a very nice, and it's the perfect pink. Like, it's the perfect everyday pink. It's not too dark, not too light, doesn't wash me out, suits my skin tone perfectly. And again, a lot of would go with a lot of my makeup looks as well. Any makeup look that requires me to wear a pink lipstick, I know I can pair this one and it's not gonna fail me. And the reason why I love the formulation so much is because it's very thin. Takes a while to dry because it's very liquidy, so you need to kind of know how to work with it. But once it dries into like a perfect matte finish that doesn't transfer. It is mask proof as well, at least that's what I have found with this, which I really like. And yeah, again, it's perfect. I feel like the formulation of these two are kind of similar. Like, I know I described them in a similar way because I do feel like they're a little bit similar. The only difference is that this is thinner and you have to kind of work with this. The applicator is also different. So this one is more of a paddle, you know, your typical doe foot kind of applicator, if you can see. So this is definitely easier to apply, whereas this one is more of a teardrop shape, if you can tell. So again, you need to learn how to work with it, and once you know how to work with it, it's very easy. And again, a little bit more liquidy, but I do feel like these two are similar as well. Moving on next to my last like lipstick favorite, Holy Grail, and also the last product for this video. This is my only I feel like, again, I feel a little guilty because I did decide to go cruelty free when it comes to makeup as well. Not officially, but I'm trying to replace basically every single product that I have, which is like my absolute staple, Holy Grail, with cruelty free options and alternatives, and I want to switch completely. But this is the only category when it comes to makeup where I haven't been able to switch, at least not as of yet, and that is with these Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink lipsticks. You guys know Maybelline is not cruelty free, and I've tried to find shade dupes for these. I have shade dupes when it comes to some of these, but I just feel like when I use these, my experience is so much different. I'm so happy with my overall makeup look. I'm so happy with the way these last on my lips as well, that I'm just not able to find something that is similar. This specific shade as well, I love so much. I mean, I love this shade as well, but the Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Ruler is like the best bright pink that I've able to find. It's bold and bright, but it's not super neon or super cool toned. It's warm, but it's perfect and slightly more on the neutral side. I mean, it's a touch warm, but it's more neutral, and that's why I really like this, because it looks beautiful when I wear this, and I haven't been able to find a shade to dupe this from any other brand, which is again really sad, because I want to find a cruelty free option for this, but I haven't been able to find an option yet. And then the Maybelline again Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Amazonian is a beautiful nude. Again, the packaging I know is brown, but when you apply it, it's more of a warm nude on my complexion. And also, by the way, these smell so amazing. That's another thing that I love about some of my lipsticks, is that they smell really good. Like, some of them don't have a smell to it, which I again don't mind, but some of these smell so good that it just makes the overall experience better when it comes to applying these. So yeah, this is another one of my favorite, my Holy Grail, and I'm so sad that it is, because it's not cruelty free, and I want to find an alternative for it, but I haven't been able to find alternatives yet. Like, at least when it comes to how long lasting these are, like these you have to literally rub the shit out of your lips to get these off. Like, that's how long lasting these are. They will last all day. Like, the teddy bear might fade, it doesn't generally, but this might fade. These will never fade off your lips, and these will literally never come out of your lips. So when I know that I'm not going to be able to touch up my makeup and I want it to last all day, and I really want something that's super duper long lasting and the colors are also beautiful, that's when I reach for these, and I absolutely love them. I hate that I love them, but I do love them. So yeah, those are the last makeup products that I had to mention, and that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I am very happy this video is not half an hour long, unlike my other video, the skincare Holy Grails, which is longer. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I can't wait to see what my Holy Grails list would look like next year. I'm very excited about that as well. So yeah, let me know what your makeup Holy Grails are, your favorite lipstick specifically, favorite powder. If you have a favorite powder, I really want to know what it is, because I want to try it out as well. So let me know those. Even if you have like a favorite eyeliner, I feel like I've tried a lot, especially when it comes to like cruelty free eyeliners or other eyeliners from cruelty free brands. So yeah, let me know what your favorite favorite makeup products of the year are. You can leave a comment down below. I would love to know, and I would love to chat with you in the comment section. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.